what lies beneath. It was a Thursday morning in a small town called Citadel, where everybody were going for their normal daily routine. People were running to school, parents rushing to work, and their local shop were open. But that beautiful and peaceful morning was scattered when the police pulled up in Citadel High School, and Mrs. Tyler, their beloved English teacher, who was loved by both students, teachers, and parents, who has been so kind and generous to the school, a woman in her mid-40s, soft eyes, and also have a lovely voice. She was being arrested. People were surprised. Some people were like, what did she do? Why would they arrest her? Because they felt Mrs. Tyler should be the least person to be handcuffed by the police and taken away. So the news spread around the town and people were shocked. And rumors started flying. Some started saying she stole money from the school. Some said it has to do with what her husband did before he left her. Everybody was shocked. Not until the news came up from the news station the next day, where they said Mrs. Tyler, who is assumed to be Mrs. Tyler, is not even Mrs. Tyler. Her name is Margaret Hall, and the crime they arrested her for was a crime she committed 20 years ago. So they were asking, what did she do? So during the news, it was stated that Mrs. Tyler had a terrible accident years ago where she hit a man who was walking along the dark road where she was driving late at night. So with that, a lot of people were confused. Some were disappointed. Some were angry. Some were feeling sorry for her. There was a protest even in the school. Some started withdrawing their students from her classes. They said they should even fire her immediately for lying to them, because her name was even not what she told them. Some protest that they should free her. Some protest there should be justice for the victim who she hit. Everybody, the town was scattered because she was a popular person. That was how Mrs. Tyler was arrested. And after some weeks, she was taken to court for trials. So the courtroom was filled up with people from Citadel, wanted to know. Some came with curiosity, want to know what happened. When they came, it was time for Mrs. Tyler to give her testimony. She gave her testimony, and she said she was young and she was coming from a party, but she was not drunk. Just as she was tired and distracted, now that she has graduated from school, what is she going to be doing? That was how the man came from nowhere, and she could not mash her brake immediately. She hit the man, and out of fear, and she was so young, she flee. That was how she came to Citadel. With remorse in her eye, the judge said she is going to reduce her sentence and they should take her to a less strict facility. Some people were like, that punishment is not enough. She should give her something more than that. She should give her hard work in prison because she ran away all these years. But the judge has already passed his sentence. So Mrs. Tyler was taken to prison and she served her years in prison. And when she came back, Citadel that once welcomed her with open arms did not welcome her again because people were already disappointed with what happened. So that was how she felt lonely for the meantime, because she was already childless. There was nobody in her house. She could not cope with it again. Even the school could not give her a job back. That was how she left Citadel and went to another community. And she was also loved in that community because Mrs. Tyler had this character that everyone always want to accept and be around her. That's the same thing that happened in Citadel until the day of that news. So these people also love her and they gave her shelter, and that was how she also found in another man that she remarried and lived the life that she always wanted, and she was so happy in that community and she enjoyed her stay and she lived her life of no regret and no guilt without lie. Mrs. Tyler enjoyed the life after Citadel.